one service we greatly appreciate. We 8 service with hours of internet service. And it was fabulous. And now we just passed a spot in Alaska. We got some diesel and decided to stop here, which I think I'm going to show you a little bit later. And I'm not quite sure that the internet is working out very good. I don't know. We don't know how well the internet's working right now. Maybe we should go outside and take a look to see how it works. I don't know what he's doing over there here.
Service.
We're checking our service to see if it works. If you guys are in here, and we can't really tell right now, we have 2 bars here, and before we had 5 bars. And it's really windy outside, but I do want to take you outside to see what's going on out there. We're just past a town called Glen Allen here in Alaska, and yeah, we found this cool spot. We've been here before. We came here this past summer, and it has a beautiful view overlooking the river. The mountains should come out tomorrow.
We're not sure if we have enough service here.
Yeah, I know that there's quite a few people in here, but we're not getting any response. And again, we're really new to doing this and going live, so if we don't have enough service, we apologize. We're just having fun. Yeah, we have quite a few people in here now. Well, we're not getting your comments if you are commenting. If you do want us to go outside, we'll take you outside here in a little bit.
So our journey up to this spot did not go without
Problems.
You
should see our front windshield. Michael, thank you. It's cool that a comment came through. I appreciate that. You've enjoyed our channel. Today we had a little bit of fun. We were driving to this spot, and I think I'll show you in a minute what happened to our front windshield. I'm actually somewhat surprised that we still have a front windshield.
Yeah, that was a pretty large rock.
Large. Yeah, and the good thing is, the positive part about this is it hit right down low, and it's about this big, and cracked all the way up, and it didn't crack like right in front of where Jim is driving. So we will definitely be replacing the windshield on this Sprinter.
And it's pretty common here in Alaska to take rock shots. We have several other dings that we haven't had fixed yet, simply because we haven't had time, but now we gotta replace the whole windshield at some point. So the dings don't matter anymore. It doesn't make a difference.
I have no idea though if we're gonna have to pay for that out of our pocket, or if we if insurance is gonna cover that. I have a feeling we're gonna have to pay our deductible. So what is our deductible?
I don't know.
We don't even know.
Michael said, has this made your relationship stronger? How much stress has it caused?
Okay, that's a loaded question. The reason why we started doing van life is because our relationship was on the edge, unless you want to describe it differently.
No.
Van life brought us together. It made us closer. We found that we have more in common, and we have more things to do together. And being in this small space together has really brought us closer together. Before we started this, just about a year ago now, our marriage was not doing very well. You want to add to that?
No, I think it has gotten a lot better. Has it caused stress? No, it has taken a lot of stress away from the two of us. So for us, it has worked out well. It wouldn't work out well for everybody if you didn't like being in a confined space. But we also have our own space within the van. So if I'm doing something, I'm working, then I can sit up front, and Cynthia goes to the back and she writes or reads or does what she needs to do. And then when we want to socialize, we come back up here together.
I love my little cozy bed in the back of the van. And in terms of stress, we start working through problems together, and we help each other eliminate stress, if that makes sense. So if one of us is stressed out, we're not going through it alone anymore. Before, we used to not really be able to talk about our stresses, and now when we're on the road and we're doing these types of trips together, we can actually communicate about how we're feeling and what's stressing us out.
Yeah,
If that makes
when
sense.
when we were in the sticks and bricks full time, then
Renee.
that's when we would avoid talking to each other about the issues because you have the space. So one would go upstairs and one would be downstairs, and nothing would get addressed, nothing would get taken care of. And now we actually have to address things that we're feeling. So it's made a huge difference.
Our relationship, he no longer gets to tune out onto the TV with the beer. We actually get to communicate and talk. If that helps answer your question, I hope that that does. Exclusively, I saw something on there, but Renee, it is so good to see you.
James Hardy says your travels are exclusively in Alaska.
Our travels right now are exclusively in Alaska because they have to be.
But we've shown other places. Like we went to Hawaii.
We traveled through Canada. We went through Oregon, and this May we were planning on, and some of you who have been watching us for a while, we had a trip down south planned for May. Up in the air, who knows? Exclusively in Alaska. Alaska's our like go-to place, but we want to go south, like way further south, like South America south. As much as people say that we're crazy and insane and don't do it, well, we're gonna do it.
Hello, Renee. I hope you're doing well. Kayak Dreamer, hello.
Kayak Dreamer, yay! Thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you were able to actually catch us today. I was thinking about you last night, actually, and wondering how you're doing.
So we decided to come on earlier today because a lot of people keep saying that they're missing us and they're missing our lives. So we said, well, we finally got to the spot that we wanted to be for tonight, and we're just going to go live and say hello to the people who say that they always miss us.
Yeah, we tried earlier. I know with the time frame and the time difference, the first time we did a live, this is our third live. We're still new to this. We're still trying to figure it out. You'll see Jim staring at his phone because he's trying to answer all of your comments and questions, so we want to say hi to all of you. The first time we did this, I was incredibly nervous. The second time, still a little bit nervous. The third time, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable. So thank you for being in here with us. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. Make me feel a little bit more at ease, and let's just talk, because the first time was just totally impromptu. The second time we did announce it just a little bit, but I know nobody really pays attention to those subscription things. I don't, honestly. People, my subscription little tab on YouTube, don't really pay much attention to.
Linda says, hello from Missouri.
Hi, Missouri. Hi, Linda. How are you doing?
She says she'd love to see Alaska and enjoy your videos.
Well, the great thing about our videos right now is you can see Alaska through them and through our eyes.
We're trying to at least move. So Monday's video will be in a different spot than what last week's was, and that's how we're trying to do it. So we're trying to just continuously move around for different videos.
Yeah. You will pretty much find us in a different spot, and if you don't find us in a different spot, you'll find us at the same spot in a different time, if that makes sense. Like what it looks like in the summer, what it looks like in the winter. We are actually just outside of Jim's favorite fishing spot in Alaska.
Shh.
Can't tell you exactly where that is. I guess it's a super secret thing. But this is the place where I actually have to cross rivers and crap to get there with him, and he spends like 12 hours out there, and I want to fish with him. I love fishing, but it's not combat fishing. But if you do the wrong move, you're like out. They throw you out. Like, you got to be like in sync with everybody. And then, you know what's funny about me fishing is when I go out there, I'm usually the only female out there fishing with them, and people tend to like in around us. It's pretty freaking funny. Jim got a picture of it one time. Like I had all of this space to myself, and then all of a sudden, everybody who was fishing around me just started to like push me out.
So needless to say, when I'm fishing with her, I catch my limit and then I let her take my spot because then everyone just crowds in. So
Yeah.
they leave me alone while I'm out there, but they tend to be drawn to her. Renee said that she sent an email.
Okay, let me look. Okay, Renee, I'll check in on that. I wasn't sure if my email went through to you. Um, it said it wasn't able to send, so hopefully it went through to you. There was also another question that she had about how things are going up here with all of this crap that's going on in the world. We're hopefully here to talk about like the fun stuff because the world is being bombarded right now, right, by the news and social media. And let me just tell you, we are in the exact same place in Alaska that all the rest of you are. We just went into lockdown. No, tonight actually. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. We're supposed to go into lockdown. Actually, they're calling it hunker down up here.
Yep.
And in terms of flights and all that, I kind of covered it a little bit last night, but I want to talk about you guys. How are you? How are you doing? And if it makes you feel better to talk about it, what's going on in the world, great.
Karen says, Karen and Michael here from New Jersey.
Hi, New Jersey. Oh.
Hi, Karen.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
We were doing our cross-country trip in our Revel and stopped to hunker down in Lake Tahoe for a couple weeks. Oh, I want to hear about your journey so far. Because I know you're doing a long trip, so don't hesitate to send me some messages.
Yeah, message us and tell us how that's going. I know that everything's changing with cross-country trips and campgrounds and all that good stuff. It's not really hard right now to find boondocking spots. Today I like randomly stopped in on somebody overseas who's a van lifer, and man, their life is rough. The police are knocking on their door every day to ask what they're doing. They're jotting down their license. This was somebody in Spain, and I can't even imagine going through that right now just to be parked here. I have not had contact with another human being, physical, emotional, actual fact besides him in like 5 days. So I can't imagine the police coming in and, yeah. So anyway, we said we were going to talk about this.
Today when we came into town, we got gas, we got some groceries, dumped the cassette toilet. But the entire time I did all that. So I had gloves on the entire time in Glen Allen, just so that I'm not touching anything that other people have touched.
Riding it around.
So I did go in, she stayed in the van the whole time.
I have been extremely isolated, and if you watched my live last night, you know exactly why.
Michael said, if you guys ever make it to the lower 48, I hope you make it to Virginia. My wife, Amy, and I would love to meet you. Well, we'd love to meet you guys too. Hope that we can still do our trip in May, but it's up in the air. So it may be delayed. The problem is we also have plans in July. So if May doesn't work, then that sort of throws everything up in the air.
Maine and Virginia, that whole area is a spot of the world that I have not yet traveled to, so I definitely want to check out the East Coast. Living the RV local life, you guys are my favorite. I can't wait for you to come up here, and I want to go down there and visit you. I love St. Augustine, Florida. It's one of my favorite. I have driven previously in a motorhome from Florida to Alaska. We went up through St. Augustine and Georgia, but I just didn't get up into that area. So I want to hit that area hard.
Renee said that she just checked it and she sent her number.
Okay, yay, I have your phone number.
Okay, we'll reach out to you, Renee.
That's Living RV Loca, by the way. Those guys are awesome. You really need to check them out because they have been following us since the very beginning when we were doing videos on Datebox. I don't know at what point you actually discovered our videos, but our like way past videos. If you really want to look into our personal lives, just go back to those very first like 3 videos.
We were just trying to figure out how all this stuff works.
We're still trying to figure out how all this stuff works. I have no idea. The first time we went live, we were like, oh look, you can see up our noses.
What the buttons did.
Right, we were like, oh, how do you see this comment? And then I think it was my mom or somebody suggested that we use another device to actually read the comments. If you have any other suggestions on, thank you, Karen. If you have any other suggestions on how to make this better for us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Probably announcing it would help.
Um,
I don't know. I feel like we should be out there doing something, but it's so windy right now.
yeah, if we were outside, the wind is so bad right now because we're in between storms. So on our drive up to this area, it was snowing the entire time. We get here, it has stopped snowing, but the wind is blowing because tomorrow it's supposed to turn to sunshine, which is why we wanted to be where we're at, because we have a direct view to some amazing mountains if it actually turns sunny tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the Wrangell Mountains.
And you just can't see them right now. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll show you outside in a second.
Yeah, I'm itching to get out there. So if you're wondering how van life goes for me, where I don't like to sit in one spot for very long, I am outside most of the time, whether it's cold or hot or whatever. You ask, hi James, ask anybody. Like, I can't sit in one spot. Even if you've been watching our lives, I'm like up and down constantly because I get anxious.
Diane says, hello from Illinois.
Hi Diane.
Happy to finally see you live. I'm already planning my Alaska RV trip for 2021.
Perfect. Hopefully in 2021 it's all good. Hopefully this summer it's all good. Diane, what kind of rig do you have? What are you coming up in? We may have talked about this before, but let us know what you're coming up in. Also, keep in touch because all the people that we have coming up here to say hi, we are super excited about. The one time that we weren't planning on being here was like May through the middle of June, and after that, we're not going to miss fishing season.
No, fishing is important.
Yeah.
Renee asks, are you still coming down in May or June? It's up in the air, Renee. Unfortunately, the border is supposed to close last night at midnight. So the border is officially closed right now. We don't know if they're going to reopen in May. We don't know if they're going to reopen in June. So
which you might know because you guys are planning on coming up here too, right? So definitely keep your eye on that.
Yep.
And I know that I had all kinds of stuff I wanted to do with you when you come up here. So again, who knows?
Kayak Dreamer said, I'm sure you've already got places set, but if and when you do make it down to the lower 48, I have a good spot you can hang in eastern Tennessee.
Yes!
And also in northern Virginia. Just reach out if you need. So one of our stops along the way is definitely in Tennessee because that's where my mom and dad live, in just outside Nashville. So we are definitely going through Tennessee.
Tennessee is one of my favorite states, you guys. I'm in love with Nashville, and if I could have anywhere in the world right now, if I was to transplant myself, if I could like fly through time, we would be going back and forth between Tennessee and Alaska because I would love to have a little spot of land in Tennessee.
We've actually got a little spot picked out if we can do it at some point.
We do, but we'll see if we can make that happen. A little spot in Tennessee and our little spot, well, we have a couple spots here in Alaska. Go back and forth. Dream world right there.
Renee said a whole bunch of stuff. I'll let you read
a whole bunch
later.
of stuff, Renee. We'll read it. We'll get to it.
She said, oh my God, date night was awesome. Date night was not awesome. Date night was completely embarrassing. I'm glad you enjoyed it, but...
We literally sat there and just we should have brought a date night box and we could all have a date night together and we could do these trivia questions that literally nobody can answer. Maybe you could, but some of it was math with our date box, math night, whatever. Screw that. No. You guys, I see that you're in here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because that helps support us. We were told to say that, so I'm saying it.
Renee said, I feel like we are already family, and when you get here, we will have a fire and a glass with that special coffee.
Special coffee. I haven't told you what's in my special coffee in the morning yet. It's not every morning. I'm not a lush like that, but it's definitely when I need that little pick-me-up. I'll have to tell you what's in my special coffee someday, privately.
Diane says she currently has a Class C, but might treat herself with a new B.
Ooh. Though there's a couple of really good options out there. You know, we are definitely partial to the Revel.
We're very partial to the Revel, and the 2021 Revel looks even better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into the boondocking outdoor lifestyle,
Yeah,
the
but
2021 Revel is probably, I mean, it's a step up from where we're at.
I haven't looked
with
at the
this one.
price yet on that yet,
Yeah, who
though. But with
knows?
all of those upgrades, I can't even imagine it's reasonable, to be able to afford that until like 2025. It's dream worthy though. The Bolt is pretty nice. Sportsmobile, I'm not quite sure about that shower. I'm sure you have done your research, but Class B, they're amazing. They pretty much give you everything a Class C has.
Yep. And they're almost, other than having the bed above the cab, which
Yeah, no, no
I don't
thanks.
know.
Okay,
Very similar sizes. Kayak Dreamer says Sweetwater.
Sweetwater in Tennessee.
Yep.
I'm gonna check it out.
Diane said watching RVers with Class Bs is how I ended up following you too.
Not many of us out there, I don't think. Especially,
It's shrinking now.
well,
I mean, a lot of the van lifers that were have started transitioning to something else, really.
I've noticed that some of the people that we kind of pop in on every now and then are either building tiny homes or doing offstead landing. And I think the thing is like the people who are doing it full time, they're not. You transition into something new, and that's the whole point, right? Is like
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing this for my entire life.
Well,
Rest of my life.
I can. We went from something bigger, and
Yeah.
we're trying to condense into something smaller. So, for us, it's a difference. Some people are trying to change that for themselves.
Well, let me just tell you, I guess we haven't talked about this. We should talk about this. So I could see us doing this for like several years and quite into the future, but when I'm starting to having a hard time getting around and maybe I need a little extra help, I can see being in a nice, luxurious Newmar.
We can put the bed up, and you can have your wheelchair underneath.
I'm already having a hard
See how
enough
that
time
works?
getting up into the bed, much less, yeah. I could see going into a nice Newmar Class A, but my problem is because I don't like campgrounds, so.
Karen said they hope to stop in Nashville on their way back east whenever that is. Well, right now I can tell you Nashville's completely locked down. They don't have any of music. This would not be a good time to go to Nashville.
I'm sure they know that.
Yeah.
Not a good time to go anywhere, is it? Except for right here. So thank you for being here with us, because what else we got to do?
James said dreams do come true.
Yeah, James, they do.
Renee said we have a place here in Florida for you anytime. Well, that's our goal, is to come see you at some, if time allows.
And like
So,
we've been telling James, we had been researching Australia for quite a while, and with my flight enjoyment type thing, it's not very hard for me to get there. It was a matter of the cost of how much things cost when we get to Australia, and then it was also Ember and quite a few other things that came up that sort of pushed us back. But Australia is on our list. I just went to Paris 2 years ago, and everybody told me don't go to Paris. There's all the bombings and all this stuff. I still went, and I still had a great time. So you never know when the right time is to go anywhere, right? There's never a right time to go anywhere. Right now, unfortunately, we are being told that we can't go anywhere. But
Australia is definitely on our very close to-do list.
close
One
to
way or
doing
another.
this. Yeah, we will definitely meet you.
Renee said they moved Chip to a storage area and she held up pretty well on the road. That's good. Hopefully she's ready to come to Alaska. Or
Yeah.
he's ready to come to Alaska.
Chip is a guy, right?
Yeah,
We haven't named our van yet. Can you believe it? We have had.
Well, we are kind of got a name.
Does it work? Does it work when it's not on?
No.
Okay. We kind of have a name for it. Mostly it was just off the top of our head. The horn. Oh my gosh. The horn is a beep beep. So we named it Roadrunner, and then it just hasn't really stuck with us.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But that's his impromptu name
Yeah.
currently.
If you have any ideas for names for our van, just let us know. And if you're sitting here watching, and if you've never watched us before, you're wondering what the hell is going on, we're sitting in our van in Alaska, out in the middle of almost the middle of nowhere. We were pretty much in the middle of nowhere last night.
We're only about 2 miles out of this town, closest town.
Yeah,
We call it towns.
it's not really a town. It has a grocery store.
It has a grocery store and a gas station.
He got me eggs, though. If you weren't here last night, you would know that I was really disappointed I didn't have eggs for breakfast today. What have I eaten today?
Sausage sticks
I had a pepperoni stick and a
and
handful of popcorn. um, there's a reason for that. It's kind of a long story, but
last amazing dinner. We had sausage, veggies, and shrimp.
yeah, it was. Oh yes, squash, shrimp, shrimp in a van though. I can still smell the shrimp, but it was totally worth it.
Kayak Dreamer says 2020 Revel here. Love, love, love it. I liked aspects of the 2020. I think I would have a concussion with the number of times I hit my head on the headliner up there. But
the thing is I think that if you have the 2020, the 2021, we have the 2019, you're still gonna love it. So I'm glad that you love it. What you need to do is just continue to love it, get out there and use it, and shoot. Even if you just go to a park and sit for a day and take some pictures, just go and do it.
And Karen says, I think the Revel travel is the way to go. Karen is the 2020 that I gave a tour of when I was in New Jersey. So, yes, I liked your Revel, Karen. I actually have a question for you. If you can send me a message on your TV in the back and how you got it to stay. Because we have a reason to put that in here now.
Well, is it on this side?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I was thinking, okay, so these thoughts were going through my head last night about the van. So I like to put my feet up against the wall. So do I unstick it before we go to bed, or do I just kick the TV all night long?
So Karen, message us how you did that, please. Processing Onward in America POA vlog. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Wait, that's a long
proceeding
name.
onward.
Okay, proceeding onward in America. POA vlog. Hi there. How's it going? Where are you from? I'm so glad that you came in, but I really want to know more about you. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Tell us about your channel. Obviously, you have a channel.
Yeah.
So,
I want to hear it.
James asked, did you get the links I sent you on Oz? Australia?
Oh, was it the pictures? Because I don't think has it been in the past like day or two, because we haven't checked?
No, he sent us the pictures.
Yes,
which
I saw
we
the
saw
pictures
last night. And then he sent us some links this morning. We have not opened those links yet.
I haven't checked the email yet. Okay, so.
Jim, I like the jumper you're wearing. Oh, I guess this is called a jumper?
A jumper? Sweatshirt?
For us, it's called a hoodie.
He lives in that, by the way. That's all he wears.
I have several different colors of these now, so I'm happy in them.
I want to show you something while James is like staring at his phone. Let's take a look. You want to see what happened? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Is that better? No?
You probably have to show from the front.
I don't know how to switch to front. Look at that. I can switch.
There
Okay. Okay, look at this, you guys.
There you go.
Well, it doesn't look as big on here. Yeah. It was a big, huge frickin' and it's only gonna spread. Yeah, it's big. And there's glass on the windshield, the dashboard. So that happened to us today. You know what Jim's response was? What'd you say?
Welcome to Alaska.
Welcome to Alaska. Pretty soon we're gonna be driving a convertible.
And she was like, well, what if the windshield breaks out on us? I was like, well, then we have a convertible.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
That is gonna be not cheap to fix.
Nope.
Yeah, welcome to Alaska.
Where did I get the sweatshirt? We actually order these. We've ordered several times. We're getting ready to do another order because a couple of people wanted to buy them. So they've reached out to us via email, and we're going to place another order soon. So if you would like to, just let us know. Put it in the comments down below with an email address, and I can reach back out to you.
Like we said, this is all brand new to us. We have the sweatshirts for us, and we've given them away before, but we've never actually. I don't know. We don't know what to do.
We're not trying to make money off of
No.
them. If you want one, it'll be what it costs us to get them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know, we've seen other channels like pushing, I think it's called merch or coffee cups and stickers and sweatshirts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, we're just happy to. If you want something like that, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
Renee said, "Live life the fullest, or live life to the fullest. Life is a chance we all are on borrowed time." Absolutely.
Every single day. There isn't a day that I wake up that I don't think that. And one of the things that we're thinking about too is one of the reasons why we're not focusing on the rest of the world and why we're happy that you're here with us is I like to think about life as being, we're being proactive and not reactive, and just thinking about what we can control and not control. And right now there is nothing in this world I can control besides my thoughts. And my thoughts are exactly what you just said, Renee, is that all we have is today, right? We can't control what's going on in our world.
Renee said, "You got to name it something Alaskan."
Matanuska? Denali?
Yeah, we're
Husky.
like I said, we're still trying to come up with that final name. POA said, "We are horrible at naming our stuff too. We just use the color scheme for it."
Ooh. Gray green.
Well, right now it's tan.
It's
So-
mud.
The outside is completely just disgusting.
Yeah.
James asked, "Did you get your popcorn?"
Oh my gosh, James.
You told me. Happy wife.
Not only is it popcorn, it's Alaska Chip Company popcorn. So he did good. You know, we're social distancing, so I can't give him a kiss, but hey. Mwah. And as you can see, I've already broken into it. Like, the first thing I did when he got this for me was like starting to chow down. We tried to pick a movie last night. No luck. Went to bed early. We were pooped.
POA said, "Our
you
travel
missed right
trailer is Woody Edition, so we call it Woody."
Woody, I like that.
Renee said, "Here's a name, the Kodiak."
Kodiak is a good name.
We actually really enjoy Kodiak. Kodiak, if you ever get the chance to go to Kodiak, is a beautiful island. There's a lot to see. The fishing there is just simply amazing. We went there and spent an afternoon fishing and just came back with a ton of fish. So just an incredible place. And they had the best, what was it that we ate there?
Calamari.
Yeah, calamari. James asks, "Have you replaced your drone or fixed it yet?" It's unfixable. It's completely, the propeller's literally just snapped off. So we have a temporary drone replacement, the DJI Mini, and that has been doing really good from what people have been saying about our videos recently. So obviously it works. But we also have something else that's on order, and we're not supposed to get it until Q3. And well, with the current situation, who knows, that could be Q4 by now.
I'm glad you brought up the drone because before I didn't have my drone license. I don't need one to fly this. We got this little guy, and Jim, when I first flew it, well, he literally handed me the controller and said, "Here, go." I was terrified. I mean, we went through all that crap with him crashing his drone and all the emotion behind it, which we never showed. And then he went out and got this one, which is not a very extremely pricey drone. It's around 3 something, 4 something. It takes great shots. All the past, month?
Mm-hmm.
All of our drone shots have been done with this. And some of them I've even done myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I basically put it up in the air, get it away from obstacles, and then she starts flying it. And then she started finding the up and down controls. And she started going down. She's like, "I'm going to take a really cool shot." And she goes, are there any sensors on this thing? And I had to tell her, no, there's no sensors, so you gotta be aware of where you're flying. Then it freaked her out a little bit.
Well, you'd think that that would be something that you would tell somebody before they put a drone up in the air, like, hey, this one doesn't have sensors like the old one does. So I plan on going through the trees with it. It was like playing a video game, but that would be a very expensive video game.
Karen said she will send us a Facebook message on how they did it. Fantastic, Karen. Thank you. We appreciate it. Ron and Sharon say, hey, love, Ember, does her tail ever stop wagging?
Oh, let's take
well-
a look at Ember.
Right now she's kind of sleeping. Well, now I just woke her up. So,
Say hi, Ember. She's pooped. So what are you guys doing? Who are you talking to? And what's happening right now?
but as soon as I open the door and we go outside, her tail starts wagging and
She's a happy dog. Thank you, Renee, for loving Ember as much as we do as well. She's definitely a unique dog.
Diane asked, what hit the windshield? We're assuming a boulder.
Boulder. Honestly, I wasn't looking up when it happened. I heard this loud just thunk, and Jim started cussing, and I didn't know where the hit was. And did you know where it was at first?
No, it was louder than a thunk.
Yeah, it was a crash.
Anytime a rock hits this windshield, though, you hear it. It sounds like it's going to blow up.
Yeah.
So usually it's just those small little dings on the windshield. And then when we saw this one, we were like, oh, shit.
Yeah. But I didn't see it at first. I was looking around and he cleaned off the windshield, and then I saw that it was down on the bottom, and it...
Michael says, I feel the name should be the resolve since it solved issues in your relationship.
Oh, that's a good
That's actually
idea.
a good idea.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. That's a really good idea. The resolver. I like that. Most definitely. Things are like 100% better than they were before.
Yeah, we use Progressive for our insurance too, Karen. That's Cynthia. I want your boots. Gonna steal them when we get there.
These ones?
No,
Or
I think she's talking about your
octopus
other
boots.
ones.
Okay. What size are you?
Well, she could be talking about these ones, actually.
No, I don't know which ones you're talking about. They're either these ones are probably my octopus ones because I show those a lot more, but these ones are too warm for winter. But if you're cold, you're more than welcome to wear these. I'm a size 8.
Karen, if you see trash, you should definitely pick it up.
Absolutely. We're still going through that. We kind of
Yep.
have this OCD thing.
Now, every time we're like in a camp area, not camp area, but boondock area, and we see trash laying around, we pick it up and take it with us.
Yeah, so even last night we lit a fire, and I think that's about where we cut it off, as we lit the fire. And then even this morning when we woke up, I was like, ooh, leave no trace behind. So I think he thought, I don't know what you thought of me, but I went out and I picked up all the little pieces of the fire and made it look like we had never even been where we were at. We covered it with snow. Every place that Ember peed, I cleaned it up. I just didn't want it to look like we were out there camping or trashing the place.
James says, Cynthia, you're looking more relaxed today during this live stream.
Thank you for noticing that. I am. I don't know what was going on last night.
I think we were just tired last night. I think we should have passed last night and just gone today.
Yeah, we started so late last night that I also, honestly, I had been through so much that week, and I think that the conversation started out like so kind of weird, and I don't think my mind got off of how that conversation started. So thank you. I really appreciate that.
Renee asks, what time is it there now? Right now it's about 5 p.m.
5:08.
James said, typical male, you can't learn unless you jump in with both feet.
You tell him.
Ron and Sharon said, Ember is awesome. Does she ever stop wagging her tail? I think we already answered that one.
Yeah, I
Did
think
I
we
go
did.
backwards?
He's probably scrolling the wrong way. It's okay.
No.
We're learning.
James asked, what kind of movies do you like? We like a lot of movies.
We had our time deciding last night, so this is what happened last night. Jim put on The Hobbit.
I love The Hobbit.
He loves
I
The
haven't
Hobbit.
watched it in a long time.
I love The Hobbit. We finally watched Star Wars. He put on The Hobbit and I just wasn't feeling it because I've seen it like 5 times. So I tried something new on Watch TV about like this old haunted house. And
It was really boring.
he wasn't having it.
So instead of arguing about what we were going to watch, we just went to bed.
Yeah. But in terms of what movies we like, it really depends on our mood. And to be honest with you, he usually chooses the movies.
So my favorite movie is The Notebook of all time.
It's
That's
really,
like my number one.
yeah, The Notebook.
And then I'm a big Star Wars fan, Hobbit fan, Lord of the Rings, those type of movies.
Yeah.
John Wick. I don't know, action movies.
Yeah. I like old school movies too, like Terminator. I like to rewatch stuff like that.
Renee said, so glad you took the other dog with you. Such a sweet baby.
Yeah, she's not doing very well.
She's getting old. So we had her and her brother passed away last year. So kind of sad.
Yeah. So if you don't know, she's a golden retriever and she is our other dog. She's with my mama right now. So mama, if you're on here, I hope you're saying hi because she usually stops and it says hi. And she's very whiny and needy and she's going through that like old dog stage where you can't leave her alone. And she was never like that as a puppy, but after she lost her brother, she went through some changes. She's just not getting around as well as she used to.
Renee said, yes, the octopus boots.
The octopus boots. Those are Sam and Sister boots. They actually have all kinds of different designs that you might like. They have fish and whales, and they came out with a new. They have a mermaid boot. Okay, so I have the octopus boot. I really want the Sam and Sister mermaid boot.
So Diane asked, what dog boots do you use?
He just went to look that up.
I tried to look at if there was a label on them. There's not. I think we actually have a link in our description on most of our videos of what the brand name is.
I thought I saw it before.
It's just.
Okay.
Yeah, we understand the 4 hours, and that's why we tried to come on a little bit earlier today rather than waiting till later in our evening to do this.
Yeah, I really would like to start like at noon, but we're generally traveling around noon. Yeah, these are the they start with an R. That's all I remember is there's an R at the beginning. We got them at Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can get them on Amazon. I believe I put a link in our description.
Yeah, either way.
And Ember seems to like those quite a bit. She does get annoyed if we leave them on her when she's in the van. We had a clip of video that we didn't include in our last video where she literally, she was like pouting and facing the other direction in the van, facing toward the back. And we asked her, well, what's wrong? And she lifted up her paw.
I think we'll include that in the future. We edited it out, right?
Yeah.
So I think that I want to show that. The problem is in our videos, if I take a video with my phone, it's doing something weird when we edit it. So I just haven't been using the videos that I take on my phone, so we have to figure out how to fix that. Ooh, James, you're IT. When we put it in, it glitches to Final Cut Pro with the iPhone. Oh, it's snow machiners. I was like, what is that noise? There's people snow machining outside. But when we're editing, if you've seen in our previous videos, it will show this like weird glitchy thing. Can't figure out what's going on with that. Oh, I want to show you. Oh well, they already went by.
Yeah, they're going the other direction.
You'll come with me outside? Do you guys want to go outside? We'll show you where we're at now. I'm bored. Oh, well, I'm not bored, but I can't sit here any much longer. Okay. I really don't know what you kind of can't see right now. Or what you can hear because it's pretty windy. Yeah, she loves going outside, Renee. But then again, we were outside with Ember earlier, and she spent, oh, I'm gonna go ice skating here. She decided that she'd be out for like 5 minutes and then she'd go straight into the van. But the sun is still shining bright. You can probably hear the snow machines. But yeah, I'm walking on pure ice. I know you Floridians don't get this. That takes skill. Yeah, I can imagine how dogs feel when they see snow for the first time. They've never seen it before. Where are you going? What do you see? Go get it. Go get it. Come on. Ready? Oh, oh gosh, and she keeps going. Come on. Come on. So she just sits down. Okay. Watch me have to go get her. Did you get buried? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Good girl. Oh, Ember. Come on. You got this. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go get her. Okay, let's do this. No, wrong way. Come on, this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ember. No, you can't go that way. You gotta come this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got this. You got this. Come on. Go, 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 go. Alrighty then. Oh, that was fun. That's as real as this gets.
So yeah, the snow is deep.
I'll have to dry off. Okay. No, don't go back. Come on, let's go inside. She's like, I want to do that again. Let's go. Whew. Okay.
Linda said her smallest anchor biter loves the snow. I think it would be over her head.
She would drown. I really don't even know if you saw what just happened. I had to set the camera down to go save her. Whew.
You know, she was totally going to go back again. Yeah, she would have.
I'm all wet. Hold on.
She's still wagging her tail.
Okay, now that I got my exercise for the day.
That's fun.
And
I was watching that. That was
you
hilarious.
just sat there and watched me?
Yeah.
A jerk.
I got glued to it.
Well, the snow machine are still going by too. That was pretty cool.
That's probably what got her attention.
Yeah, oh no, I threw something. That was my bad.
Doggy kisses. So she's very well trained. She doesn't lick or anything like that, which is pretty awesome. Um,
Yeah.
she likes cuddles.
She does this neck thing. Amber's getting all the love.
Just said it's almost dinner time.
Yeah, it's almost dinner time. Are you hungry? Food? 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 She's so good. Yeah, a car just pulled up. I'm like, what is that? Oh yeah, she don't like that. We've talked about that before. So Jim puts up the shades. Yeah, the spot we're in the summer, Renee, just so you know, is gorgeous. In our previous videos, there's this overlook, and it overlooks the Copper River Valley, and it's just amazing. We were actually really surprised that it was even open. But what we're finding tonight is that random people drive up and just stop and do random stuff. So, hi Buffalo, New York. How's it going? Hi Chris. Man, New York. How are things going for you there? Must be. I saw pictures. That's all I knew. All I know. In Vegas too, I saw some pictures of that. That was just insane.
Michael said too cute.
She is cute.
Assuming she's talking about Ember.
It is Ember, or you.
Chris said going well lockdown.
Yeah.
A lot of places are in lockdown, so that's why we've been doing more lives recently, is just so that we can socialize a little bit.
Hang out.
Because we're kind of locking ourselves down too. And most places in Alaska are going into lockdown tomorrow.
The entire state has
Yeah.
been put under. We're not calling it lockdown here. Our governor is calling it hunker down so far. And usually what we've noticed is they will put out a mandate and then they'll announce more cases or something else big, and then they'll put out another mandate and then they'll announce more. But the last time we watched the news, there were 12 confirmed cases, and most of it is travel related. Well, it would have to be to get here, so.
Chris said, where did Ember get those boots? So the boots, like I said before, I think we have a link in our description box down below for Amazon, but we got these at Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah, you can get them at Sportsman's Warehouse, or you can buy them on Amazon if they're still, is Amazon still shipping stuff? But you can eventually buy them on Amazon, and that just really helps support us in a very small way. Or you can drive to Sportsman's Warehouse and get them too. Either
And
way.
she really likes the boots. We didn't think she would, but viewers suggested it, so we went and got them for her, and then every time we put them on her, she is happy as a clam. She runs around and clumps and
Yeah, and we do listen to the comments. We respond to every comment. In fact, I take every comment to heart, and I'm usually the person responding to the comments. I literally spend at least an hour or two a day taking time to get to know everybody through the comments and talking to you. And when this viewer, and I honestly can't remember her name off the top of my head, she was pretty upset that Ember didn't have boots on, and I was just like, well, I don't think she'll wear boots. And then we tried it, and now she can stay out for longer periods of time with us outside. So I'm really appreciative that she suggested that. The one thing she will not do is wear a jacket or a sweater yet.
yep. And right now it's 40 degrees outside, so it's pretty warm, which is why she's probably going crazy out there. She's not cold at all. POA said lockdown and National Guard activated in 30 states.
Wow. No National Guard here yet.
We're probably not that far behind. Usually our governor is staying ahead of, we don't have very many cases up here right now, but he's enacting all the mandates that they're activating everywhere else, just so that we stay ahead of whatever could happen. Chaz asked, Chaz Desk asked, do they have
Hey,
Safe
Chaz.
Light to get your windows fixed?
We have Safe Light.
Yes, we do have Safe Light. That's where we got our previous dings fixed.
And Chaz, welcome to our channel.
Yeah.
This is not a Safe Light thing.
We'll have to replace the whole windshield.
This is like straight through to the dashboard. Can Safe Light fix something like that? No.
I don't think
I think
so.
we're
I
gonna
think
have
it's
to,
a
like,
whole replacement.
Duct tape it tomorrow to make sure that we can get to our next spot.
Duct tape.
Duct tape, yeah. Let's duct tape our windshield.
Michael said we had a long-haired dachshund
Dashin.
when we were in Germany, and she loved to burrow under the snow.
Oh,
She was digging in the snow earlier and putting her whole head underneath. So she was after something. I don't know what.
trying to get something under there, but she sat there. You didn't hear it. She sat there and whined for me to come get her, like she was drowning or something. She can swim, but not in snow.
James says, as of 22 hours ago, you have 14 cases.
Wow, James, I appreciate you keeping up with that for us. 14 cases in Alaska then, which, if you think about it, our last video, we had one, and that was a week ago. But they're testing more. There's a drive-through testing now, and more people are being testing positive. It for me, it's just like, sorry, it's a super sensitive issue because I'm on the front lines of it. So that's why I'm here, and I just want to escape. And I have to go.
Diane said duct tape fixes everything.
Duct
Yes,
tape
it
is
does.
the
Duct tape
best.
is the Alaska tool.
Yeah.
If you have any problems, pull out the duct tape.
Yeah. I think that Alaska has the #1 selling duct tape in the, I don't want to give you statistics, but we're really high up there on buying duct tape
Per capita, maybe.
per capita. Yeah.
James said, Michael, I live in Germany as well and had a beautiful long-haired dachshund. She was great.
Awesome. Which James? Do we have more than one James? Because I'm trying to follow along. But so Renee, you know how to do this. Renee, did you leave us?
Yeah.
Well, Renee is the one who actually, so she's living the RV Loco life, and she's the one who told us that we should go live at some point. And I kept telling her that I'm a little bit too shy for that, a little bit too introverted, and reserved. But I think it's working.
Duct tape and WD-40, yes, that is the way to go. James asked, so Cynthia, do you have to self-isolate after each flight for 14 days?
I do. Well, not for 14 days. So,
Technically it would be 14 days, but you're not.
I have to self-isolate until the next time I have to fly. So if I'm on a layover, I have to self-isolate in my hotel room. And then as soon as I get home, this is my procedure. I take everything off, I come in the house, I immediately wash everything, I leave my bags in the car, and I self-isolate. This is self-isolation. We immediately got into the van and I left Anchorage. Now when I go back, that all restarts again, if that makes sense. There is no 14 days, there's no 5 days, there's no 2 days. I have to work my schedule.
James says, not anymore, you're not. You're doing great and getting better with each live event.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You'll get to know us better.
Does anyone have any other questions for us? Or anything they want to talk about?
Maybe let's leave the COVID out of it though. I know you might be interested in that. In fact, it's probably better to ask me that in the comment section where I'm probably better at talking about it there. And I'm also kind of restricted as to how much I can talk about it too, I think. So I'm just being careful.
You're wide awake now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She's like, you guys were talking about me,
She's
and
all
we
up
went
in
for
my
a
face.
walk.
Okay.
How is our connection? Is it the same or better? Is it cutting in and out than it has been in the past? Because I feel like our bars were like, we had 5 bars last night, and then tonight we have like 3, so.
Chaz does ask, any big plans for the spring?
We had plans.
We don't know if we'll be able to follow through with the plans that we did have. So we'll just play it by ear. We'll shoot from the hip like we always do.
Yeah, there's nothing that we shoot. We could end up in Perth.
Yeah, we can't guarantee what we're going to end up doing because it just, right now, like we mentioned earlier, borders on lockdown. We don't know when they're going to reopen, so that's going to change everything for us.
Pretty much everything we've done for the past year since we started van life was impromptu. Even coming here was impromptu. So I got home, did my little routine, and we got into the van, and you guys, I haven't had contact with another human being in like 5 days. And then I will go back and do it all over again.
Chris Keller asked, did you have a video on the 1 year on the Revel?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming. We're about, 2.5 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
2.5 weeks away from filming that video. We have some ideas of what we're going to put into the video. We're taking notes, but again, we shoot from the hip, so.
Yeah, we're holding off on that one for a particular reason. There's a lot going on right now, and
Our real 1 year is about 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
And that's when we want to do that video. So we don't want to do it earlier than what it should be.
yeah, we want to do our 1 year anniversary on our 1 year anniversary.
James says, cuts in and out once in a while. Chris Keller says your connection is great here in Buffalo.
Cool. Well,
So can't be too bad.
yeah.
James says, one of the links I sent you will give you an idea of the cost. Yeah, I look forward to looking at that. We were traveling when that email came in. I did see it pop up in my emails, but we wanted to get over here so we could go live.
Oh, you lost me when we went outside. That was like the best part.
Really?
Yeah. Did anybody
No way.
else lose me? Like Ember falling in the snow? I went to show you the mountains and had to rescue her.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's okay. I'm kind of glad you didn't see it. I set the camera down and had to go swimming in snow.
Did everyone miss that part? No, because I saw it on my phone. I was laughing.
I'm good. I'm good if you didn't see it. That's why we have editing. No, we really enjoy making our videos, by the way. They're so much fun. And then this has been fun too because it's real.
Michael said they have been blessed with no cases of COVID in their region, but is closing in. They live close to Bristol, Virginia / Tennessee. City is divided by Virginia and Tennessee border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably not too far away. Hate to say that, but
I don't know what to believe anymore.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I just don't know.
Diane said they didn't lose any video, so they saw everything.
Oh, Diane. Okay. Well, good. I'm still soaking wet.
Ron, and Sharon, if you guys missed that, when it posts after we're done with the live, it might be worth just skipping forward to that part.
If you're an Ember fan,
Because it was
sure.
kind of funny.
Yeah, sure.
I was too busy laughing to walk up and help.
Well, I almost yelled for you. I don't know where the hell you went, but so the last place we were, I wouldn't let Ember go out into the snow, and here it looked a little bit harder than where she was, and that was just stupid.
I think it's deeper here.
It's deeper. Yeah. I'm still. It's all good.
So right now, so if you missed earlier, when we drove up here, it was snowing the whole way here. The snow has died off, but the wind is going.
What are you talking about?
Supposedly tomorrow it's supposed to get sunny, so that's why we're set up where we're at. Is we're overlooking the mountain, the Wrangell Mountain Range, and we're hoping to capture that tomorrow.
And hopefully, which I don't know, this guy will absolutely have to clear up. Our northern lights are at 3, so on an index of 1 to 5, northern lights are supposed to be at 3 tonight. It seems like every time they're at 3, we have cloudy skies, but
It's supposed to clear up at 2 a.m., which is right on time.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
You gonna get up and film them? Maybe I'll set my alarm and see if the northern lights are out tonight. So all winter long we've been waiting for the northern lights to come out. We've seen them just a little bit. If you've seen our previous videos, usually we're only able to pick it up on a time lapse. We got a couple of pictures with the camera. I'm still learning how to film them. And then the last time we went live, they did come out just a little bit, but it wasn't enough to even write home about. So maybe tonight.
Michael said, after all this time, what is the best and worst of gear that you have used?
Best and worst gear?
Yep.
Worst gear. I'm trying to think of the worst.
I can't think of anything negative that we bought that we just haven't needed. My drone crashing, that was probably the worst gear that we had.
But that wasn't your gear, that was you. You screwed up. You flew it in the snow and the wind, dumbass. So I would say that one of the best things that I like is we have this cool water container. It's a collapsible water container. And when we need to boil water or take a shower or I need to wash my hair, that collapsible water container has been one of the best things that we've had.
The pots and pans,
Yeah.
because they collapse into such a small group, that's pretty awesome.
Magma, pots
Yep.
and pans. Our gear from these guys. I don't want to screw up your sunglasses here. We have a bunch of pouches from Overland Gear Guy, and we're going to talk to you more about this when we do our 12-month review, but we absolutely love these. I kind of don't want to tell you my name for them. Oh, look, somebody is parked behind us. But I call them, or I'll tell you what I call them later, or maybe in the comments. But everything that would go into a junk drawer or that we just don't have a place for goes into these guys, and we have different sizes of them. So this is one of the things that we absolutely love. And these just sit right up here, so who needs a shelf liner when you have, like, I'll tell you what they are later.
And we have a handful of those different pouches.
Other gear, gosh.
The insulation has been a blessing.
Is that gear?
Well, I don't know if it is.
I don't know. We have waterproof bags that we keep our clothing in. Oh, my Pelican camera case. I love that because we have so many different cameras and equipment that I love that case because it locks everything down. I could go on forever about what I love in terms of, like, the worst. Can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything that we've gotten that we didn't really like
Nope.
or like to use. Michael said while you were digging Ember out, that's when I said too cute.
Aww. I think it lags a little bit, but you notice I'm the one who went to save her, and I'm not the one she loves the most.
I wanted to see how it's going to work out.
That's how it goes.
James said, you guys have a wonderful day. Gotta go. We'll see you later, James.
Thanks, James. Appreciate you coming in. If you're just now joining us, again, we're saying hi to you from Alaska. We're just outside of Glen Allen and sitting in our van, hanging out for the time being.
Yep.
Pretty much lockdown, bored. Wondering if you have any questions for us about how we get through all this, or how we like van life. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, you guys, because that helps us in this weird way. Now, whoever's out there hitting that thumbs down button, that's great. That helps us too. I don't think you know that yet, but yeah, we have that one person, just that one person.
Dislikes every single video that we make.
Immediately, like, dislikes it, and that's all good. It helps. To us, the thumbs up and the thumbs down are the exact same thing because it helps with the algorithm.
Doug said, "How do you find the suspension in the van? Is it on the soft side?" Yeah, I guess it's kind of soft. I don't know.
I guess it depends on what you're comparing it to because I used to drive Jeeps, so comparable to a Jeep, yeah.
Oh, I think we're back. I can't tell.
I can see you on your phone.
Yeah. Came back suddenly. We lost a few people.
Sorry guys that we had to cut out there. I know that our internet service isn't perfect, so our cell phone service up here is better than some of the other states that we've traveled in. I'm just sitting here watching Jim try to do something, and Ember just will not move for him. I have to show you this. It's freaking hilarious. She's like, what? I'm perfectly fine right here. You... So being in the van with a dog has been entertaining for sure. She's just laying there. Why is she dead? Welcome back to those of you that we lost. I'm sorry about that. And I don't know anybody here that hasn't said anything. You better say hi. Don't just creep on me or us. Where you're from, and ask us any questions that you want to. I'm getting better at that. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I have a salad and reindeer sausage.